Hello guys, so guys, I just want to quickly explain something. It's going to happen now in 1 minute time. So the reason I want to explain this is because this is the Euro services PMI, and then this is the Euro manufacturing PMI. Look at this. These are the big countries in the Eurozone, right? France and Germany. Theirs were negative, right? What do we expect? We expect this to be negative also. What does that mean? It means further sales, right? Okay, just update it. Let me go to it. Let me refresh it like this. There you go. You see, negative, negative, right? Because of what? Because of this. Sorry, because of these two countries. They are the biggest services and manufacturing countries in the Eurozone, right? The PMI is the PMI for manufacturing is measured with a level of 50, right? So anything above 50, this is 50. Anything above 50 means there's an expansion in manufacturing. Anything below 50 obviously means there's a contraction in manufacturing, right? So same applies to services. There's an improvement or there's a decline, right? It's also measured on a level of 50, right? So now, what does that mean? If manufacturing is, if it's still above 50, but the expected was 54.5, and it went, it's still above 50, but it's lower than the expected. Therefore, it means negative news for the Eurozone, right? So that's how you want to look at things that has to do with Euro, right? You want to look at the French and you want to look at the Germans. Those will tell you the most important things, right? Why? Because companies from France and companies from, sorry, let me go to the charts. Yes, this is the signal we took because we saw it coming, right? And we take profit one and take profit two. And I want to explain why we hit stop loss yesterday. We hit stop loss because of a fundamental that is very highly unpredictable. But let's go here. Let me explain. So as you guys come here, what do you see? This is yesterday. This is this morning's trade. We took the trade. We hit our take profits. We're making our money, right? Okay. So now let's look at it on a technical level, right? So on a technical level, you come to the 1 hour chart. What happened? We have this long big trade here. This trend line there. This trend line there. Sorry. I've got this trend line there. This trend line there, right? So now, what do you expect? You expect it to go like this, come down. You expect it to keep doing this, right? But what happened yesterday? Sorry, not yesterday. A few days back, it went out, came back in, right? What happened when it was retesting here? We were expecting a break in, right? But it did not happen. Instead, what happened? The market moved up, right? Okay, fine. It moved up, but this morning we're expecting it to sell, right? Because of the fundamentals and the technicals also. So why did it move up yesterday? Yesterday it moved up because of a fundamental that is very important, and I think you guys should know about it, right? So let's go to yesterday. Yesterday, when you check it out, what happened? There were speeches, right? This is the European Central Bank, right? There were speeches. Okay, fine. The speeches were not that influential. But what was more influential was this guy, Fed Chair Powell, right? This guy. This guy was speaking. So, as the federal chair of the reserve of the Federal Reserve Bank of the US, this guy is the chairperson of it, Powell, right? So, when you come to the markets on yesterday, what happened? The markets moved, right? Moved drastically so, right? All markets, especially the US markets, and most people fell for it. Look at it. That's the Nasdaq 100. Right? I was tracing it also. Where's the US30? Here's the US30. I was also tracking it. Huh? What happened there? The market moved highly so. Why? Because this guy is the Federal Reserve Chair. Because he's not going to go to a testifying session and say bad things to keep the market that is already down and keep pushing it down further, right? He's always going to say nice things to save face and make it look like the markets are okay and everything, the countries in, therefore pushing the markets to go up, right? Sorry for this, I'm going to do this, right? He's not going to say bad things, he's going to say all nice things, and so the market pushes up, right? This is so that they sold because they never really sure what he's going to say, right? You can never predict a person. So now they sold just in case he says further bad things, the market can continue going down, and they have entered here. The people I'm talking about, the market makers, the big banks, people who actually have money to move markets, right? So they sell initially so that they can keep the market what? Going down, right? Even today, as you can see, the trainer sell. He's going to testify today again, probably gonna say some good stuff again, and then push the market further up. That's just how these things are, guys. Like you can say highly manipulated, they are not. These are things that people see coming, right? You want to be cautious so you can make further money, right? But when the time comes, you listen, and then you expect him to say good things to recover the market, right? So as that happened, we all know when the US market moves, it moves everyone else, right? So when you come here to the Ger30, what happens? The market also moved. I was expecting further like sell yesterday, but it didn't have that price pressure, and I only saw it late when we hit our stop loss that, oh crap, this guy is going to come and do what? He's going to come and talk, right? So let me just check the time. Don't want to make this video long. Okay, but anyway, so this guy pushed the market further up, but again, we saw that speeches are just speeches, right? We're seeing further sales, right? Okay, so now on the technical level, you saw it on the 1 hour. It came to this lows here, right? So now it's making a small retest. I expect it can still push to come test this trend line and actually do end up breaking in. But because there's another speech coming up, the market can come back again and go up again because of federal chair power, right? So that's the trend line there. Can either come there, come down again, right? Because I'm also expecting it to come back into this trend, this old trend, because I'm seeing further sales, right? But if that is not the case, it's okay. It can bounce back, come to this, it can bounce back, come to here, and then continue going up. But yeah, that's not that much important. Hit our take profits one. I'm still holding a few trades because I just want to hold them, and I expect it to come back inside here. But it's okay. We'll make a plan. In fact, I'll close some of my trades, or because I'm seeing it might go up there. But again, right, you need to look at it on a technical level. This is the area, right? And it's still playing around that area. So what might happen is that the market might have pushed down here, and then as a result just keeps bouncing, forming something like this, right? Like a market like this, and then forming like a ranging session right here at this lows, right? So now then can continue further going down. But again, those are just things. We just happy we hit our take profit one, take profit two. Again, another thing to confirm that all this was a fake breakout and yesterday's move was not the real move. You can see it on this level. The market went out, came down. Yesterday tried to push high, but it couldn't pass. It couldn't pass this level here, right? So it's almost like it's a double bottom here, and then you're expecting it to further go up, but it's not, right? Double bottom being this and this, right? But it didn't. Why? Because there's major support and resistance in this area, right? You can think of it as if it's a area where there's a lot of orders, right? And then you expect it to crash down. Why? Because it's coming from there at the top. That's how you want to look at these things. I think I've been explaining these trend lines and formations and expectations for a long time. If you're watching the videos, you would have understand and saw it coming from a mile away, right? So now, if that's the case, then we expect it, remember, we expect it to first retest this trend line, this one, and then break into it. If not, keep playing around here and then continue going down, or because of the speech, go up, right? But all those things are possible things that can happen. The good thing is we already saw it coming, that it's going to play around here, right? So now what is it doing playing around here now? Remember what I explained about trading psychological levels, right? 13,000 is a very strong line. It's a very strong psychological level. So the market is always going to be pulled towards it, just like yesterday it opened, it was pulled towards it, and then it's gonna play around here for some time, and then finally decides whether it wants to go up or go down, right? So you want to look at those things, psychological levels. You want to see upcoming news. You want to see speeches. You want to see who's talking, who's relevant, and who's not relevant. But on a technical level, the explanation is quite clear. And yeah, I think I'm gonna cut this video here after I just take my money. Aye. But I'm gonna leave a few of them. Anyway, cheers guys.